What's going on, everyone? So there's a lot of rumors going around about Keri Russell potentially being in the upcoming Scream 7. For those that aren't super familiar with Keri Russell or just can't make the connection, she was very recently in Cocaine Bear. She's also been in things like Felicity, The Diplomat, for like horror style films. You got like Antlers, Dark Skies, right? She's been a very successful actress in Hollywood dating back to like the 90s, right? She's been around for quite some time. Excellent actress that can step in and I think could, really fill a quality role for whatever she's going to play. Based on the rumors, again, the rumors, take it with a giant grain of salt. Do not buy too much into this stuff. You never really know. Also, in the same like rumors of her being in it, that she may not be in it because of The Diplomat, the show that she's on, that she may end up having some scheduling conflicts, but supposed to get worked out, supposed to be in this film. That would be nice. Get another actress that I'm really would be interested in seeing in this upcoming film. But according to the reports, she is supposed to play Sidney's friend. She's supposed to be sort of an ally to Sidney Prescott. Hopefully, again, it's not something where it's like the big twist is the friend did it, right? Like, hopefully it's nothing like that. But this film, again, just kind of continues based on the rumors, which I want to be clear again, take it with a grain of salt, but based on the rumors that are continuously coming out, there seems to be a real common trend, and that is just kind of more, this film appears to be more adult, right? And I don't mean it in a sense of like, oh, it's, it's like a darker, more, graphic. No, nothing like that. More so in the sense of like a lot of the actors and actresses that are being rumored are all, older. It's not a bunch of like people playing high school kids, right? This is supposed to center around Sidney Prescott and her family. It would make sense that, everyone that's involved in her life are a bunch of adults, right? Like, if she was hanging out with a bunch of high school kids, it'd be like, this is a little weird. But, her hanging out with a bunch of adults, having the neighbor and whatnot. You got like Judy Greer, who's rumored to be in this film, and she's supposed to be like the Karen neighbor. And I just, again, there's a lot of just like fun references and connections that you can make, right? Scream loves to get really meta. And by getting really meta, you could have, like Cocaine Bear references and all kinds of stuff, right? Like you could do a lot of fun things and kind of poking at Carrie and her connection to this upcoming Scream. But I like the idea for a lot of these actresses that were getting rumored to have in this film, because you could start seeing the shape of like, okay, this is going to be a well-acted, well-delivered story that's going to have proper actresses that hopefully should be able to deliver what you want to deliver, right? It gives me confidence when I hear some of these names of just like these veteran actresses that have had good success and done well in roles that they've been in, various roles, not just like a typecasting, like playing multiple different roles and just being able to hit on all of them. It brings me a lot of confidence in this, right? This film seems to be, based on the rumors, a film that really centers around Sidney Prescott and just the hate that the people in the town that she's in and her neighbor, and just kind of navigating the life of like her being that harbinger of death, right? Like, because that's the whole thing. She's supposed to be this like angel of death. Like even in Scream 4, you saw like people were very standoffish towards Sidney, and people were really like, they didn't want to be around her. And you'd imagine people in her life would probably feel the same way. And I really like the idea of kind of going through the navigation of Sidney Prescott having to deal with her family and the struggles that they're going through because the town people don't like her and people are trying to get rid of her. And, it's just like she's, on top of that, she's always constantly, you got to imagine she's got to have some level of paranoia about Ghostface. And it's just, there's a lot of different things that I think you could really kind of make for an interesting film, and you start putting together a proper cast that has some real quality actresses involved, like I said, Keri Russell, Judy Greer, Nev Campbell, right? Like these older, more seasoned, established actresses that you would look at and you go, okay, man, they could really deliver on whatever role you asked of them, on whatever you need to see them play, right? And again, I want a good story, good delivery, good execution. I like that, we're getting a little more mature as far as like the actors and actresses go. And again, there's not saying anything wrong with, it just depends on what the direction of the film is, right? Like, you look at like Scream 4 and 5 and 6, right? Like you're talking about teens, right? You're talking about, I mean, and they're never really actually teens, but you're looking at a young cast that has some gems in it that you're like, okay, this is great. But once you get to that maturity level, it's like, there's always some that you're kind of like, it's a little unbelievable. But then once you get to that, again, that the seasoned actress or seasoned actor, it's like, okay, like I can buy into this, I can believe it, right? Playing the type of role. This is a family dynamic and neighbors and PTAs and all of that stuff. Like, you need to have people in this film that are of that age, right? And look, I'm not saying that they're not going to have teens or anything like that, right? Like, this is supposed to be kind of like a half and half film based on the reports that are coming out, that like, it's supposed to focus heavily on Sidney and Gail and the family and stuff like that, but there is supposed to be a new group of characters that is supposed to come in and kind of be established, right? Now, will those be teens or not? We'll find out. Or even if they're not like fully teens, but you got to imagine, maybe like, say Judy Greer has a kid, and you have Keri Russell has a kid, and they're all part of this like friend group, and they're the ones that are being attacked by Ghostface, right? Judy Greer's character is like the Karen type character, supposedly. I did a whole video about it. Go check it out after this video. But it makes sense that, like, okay, well, maybe she meets her in, and then Keri Russell, she's Sidney's best friend, and her being the best friend, maybe they have daughters that hang out together or whatnot, and now there's this, you could even create this rift, and Ghostface comes and starts attacking, say Sidney's kid, and is going after, Carrie's kid, something like that, right? Like, and it's like, uh-oh, now there's this conflict in the relationship of the friends, because it's like, this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you, right? If you weren't here in this town, and now her best friend is turning on her, right? Now there's this conflict and push between her and Sidney Prescott, right? Like, these are the things that I think that you can use to kind of make and tell really good quality stories. But again, delivery, execution, storytelling, like, all these things are very impactful. But you also need good acting. You also need good actors and actresses that understand the assignment and properly deliver and play the role that's needed, and give you just the quality effort. And so I really do like the idea of bringing in these more, again, seasoned, well established actors and actresses to kind of play the role, play the part, and tell the story that you want to deliver on. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Do you like the idea of Keri Russell in this upcoming Scream film? Do you like the idea of this kind of, again, being a little more mature, more adult from the actor and actress standpoint? Do you actually prefer kind of the teen route, or like the high school route, college route, whatever? Is that something that you prefer? Is there a particular type of portrayal that you'd like to see? What's kind of your vision and idea for Sidney's friend, considering that that's kind of the rumor that she's supposed to be Sidney's friend? Do you have like a kind of vision of like, she should be this kind of way or that kind of way, or a little brash, or and their relationship? Do you want to see some struggle in the relationship? Like I said earlier, like, they both have kids, and Ghostface shows up, and now they're having to protect their children, and Sidney's looked at as the bad guy, right? Like, I think you could, again, do a lot of creative things. But let me know your thoughts and opinions, however you feel, down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.